बोला बोला हृदय खोलेरा के हुन्छ र मसिता बोलेरा सैली खाली कोला बाचेमा भेट होला। हाम्रो पहाड वन जङ्गल हाम्रो लागि भगवान सरे हो। हाम्रो जङ्गलमा हामीलाई पाइने आवश्यकताहरू सबै पाइन्छ। घाँस दाउरा पानी जडीबुटी सबै चिज हामीलाई त्यहीँबाट पाइन्छ।
हामी त्यहीँ जन्मिने त्यहीँ खेल्ने यहीँ हामी उपस्थे गरेर खाइरहेको छ। हामीलाई राम्रै छ।
The Greater Himalayan region is home to more than 150 million people and provides water, food and other resources to another 450 million or more in the plains and river basins below. The ecosystem and environment of these mountains are fragile, and a rapidly growing population is increasing the pressure on the land.
हाम्रो वन जङ्गल भनेको हाम्रो जीवन हो। अहिले जङ्गल चाहिँ जस्तो छ अब त्यो भन्दा पनि अलि बढाएर हुर्काउनु पर्यो। हाम्रो छोरा नाता नातिनीहरूले सम्मको लागि जोगाउनु पर्यो।
हामीले नकाटेर हामीले मास्नु हुँदैन काट्नु हुँदैन। हामीले राम्रै गरेर राख्नु पर्यो।
पछिको भविष्यसम्मै राम्रो
हुनुपर्छ।
ICIMOD is an international center for integrated mountain development based in Kathmandu in Nepal. Established in 1983, ICIMOD brings together a partnership of member countries, institutions and donors committed to sustainable development in the Greater Himalayan region. It serves the 8 regional member countries of Afghanistan, Pakistan, India, China, Nepal, Bhutan and Bangladesh and Myanmar. ICIMOD is a center for mountain learning and knowledge sharing, focusing on activities related to integrated mountain development. The ICIMOD Demonstration and Training Center at Godavari is a prime example of ICIMOD's integrated approach. The site was set up in 1993 on sloping land at the southern edge of the Kathmandu Valley. Here ideas, approaches and technologies for mountain farming, natural resource management and income generation can be tested, developed and demonstrated. Farmers, development workers, policy makers, researchers, students, all can gain hands-on experience of these technologies. The activities focus on the 2 major issues challenging the region: conservation of the natural resource space and poverty alleviation.
One of the first studies that ICIMOD has done has shown that mountain farmers and mountain farming systems in all our mountain areas are much more integrated than in the plains. When the farmer goes out to do her work every day, it's a combination of livestock, of sloping land agriculture, of flatland agriculture, of forestry, of grasslands, and using all of those together to produce the nutrients she requires, to produce the products she requires. And so we realized right from the beginning that if ICIMOD is going to be helpful for mountain farmers, then we have to take an integrated approach.
At the Godavari site, we show that there are practical methods available that can be used to rehabilitate degraded lands for sustainable mountain agriculture and improve the livelihoods and quality of life of farmers in the Himalayan region. 30 hectares of land was generously provided by His Majesty's Government of Nepal. The land is part of the natural forest and shrubland of the Fulchoki watershed. When it was handed over, most of the site was heavily degraded through deforestation. People had taken all the useful trees and bushes and left only what couldn't be used.
In Godavari, our first task was rehabilitation of the degraded forest land, and we included number of economic plants, medicinal, aromatic, fruits, vegetables, fodder, fuel wood. We were also aware of the fact that rehabilitation has to be sustainable in the long run. We introduced number of new technologies such as sloping land agriculture technologies. We included water conservation measures, some of the scientific instrumentations, and several others.
Now the site has one of the best forests in the Kathmandu Valley. People come from all around to learn how to do this on their land. Our forest shows what can be done for the degraded forest areas of the mid-hills. Working closely with nature and environment, Godavari is an eye-opener. It inspires many people to work with sustainable approaches and helps them realize their relevance and importance.
The activities at Godavari Center is focusing also on biodiversity conservation, where we are trying to restore the degraded forest, and in the process we have used assisted natural regeneration technique, and we see that the biodiversity in past 10 years have really achieved a stage of natural forest. In biodiversity, the medicinal and aromatic plants are the resources that has lots of potential for income generation, and in Godavari we have tried to demonstrate the cultivation of some of these medicinal plants within the agroforestry system.
More than 35 varieties of orchids have been found or introduced to the site, and nearly 100 different species of medicinal and aromatic plants have been conserved and cultivated. Experiments and demonstrations have been conducted to reduce soil erosion and degradation and to improve soil quality and fertility. Conservation farming, agroforestry, sloping agricultural land technology, biofencing, use of green manure and cover crops and special composting methods are all demonstrated at the site. Sloping agricultural land technology is one of the big success stories. You plant fast-growing species along contour lines to create a living hedgerow barrier that traps sediments. The land is transformed naturally to terraces for growing crops and fruit trees. The hedges provide fodder and fertilizer, and soil erosion ceases.
One major limiting factor to sustainable development in many parts of the region is access to sources of energy. Activities at the site focus on demonstration of simple, low-cost renewable energy technologies. These technologies can be used by farmers to support agricultural, domestic or small-scale income-generating activities.
They include different options for using solar energy and hydropower, from simple dryers to pumps and electricity generation. There is even a method for turning the obnoxious forest weed banmara into charcoal briquettes to use in stoves. Many people come to learn about these technologies and then introduce them back in their villages.
हामीले गोदावरी सेन्टरबाट धेरै ट्रेनिङ लिएको छु, जस्तै अब बायो ब्रिकेट भयो, अब कृषि सम्बन्धी तरकारी खेतीहरु भयो। ब्रिकेटबाट चाहिँ हामीले धेरै फाइदा भएको छ। अब बर्खाको सिजनमा अब दाउरा खोज्नु परेन, सजिलो भयो।
यहाँ गोदावरीमा विभिन्न किसिमका बोट बिरुवाहरू पाइन्छ, परीक्षण गरिन्छ, जसमा कृषि बाली, फलफुलको बिरुवाहरू र साथै जंगलभित्र हुने नगदे बाली जस्तै अलैँची, अमृतो, जसले चाहिँ किसानहरूलाई आय आर्जन गर्नमा ठूलो मद्दत पुर्याउँदछन्। इसिमोडका सदस्य देशहरू र साथै सहयोगी दात्री संस्थाबाट पनि विभिन्न किसिमका बिउ तथा बिरुवाहरू पठाएका छन्, जुन हामीले यहाँ गोदावरीमा रोपेका छौं।
Water scarcity is a problem in most parts of the region. In the monsoon months, the rain washes away soil and nutrients. For the rest of the year, it is too dry. At Godavari, different methods are demonstrated to reduce runoff and soil loss and to collect water and use it efficiently for irrigation.
पहिला चाहिँ हाम्रो यो पोखरी थिएन हजुरको, पानी मात्रै सानो थियो है, अब तरकारीतिर लगाउनलाई नपुग्ने। अनि पछि हामी ICIMOD मा चाहिँ गएर ट्रेनिङ पायौं अनि त्यो टेक्नोलोजी देखेर हामीले त्यहाँ देखेर चाहिँ यो पोखरी बनायौं त्यसपछि अनि पानी चाहिँ हामीले जमायौं यसरी पानी जमाएपछि हामी अब 6-7 धुरीलाई चाहिँ अहिले मजाले पुगिरहेछ त्यो पनि हो अनि यसमा फाइदा चाहिँ हामीले माछा पनि पाएका छौं अनि हामीले चाहिँ अहिले यो पानीको समस्याको चाहिँ समाधान भएको छ हजुरको
Bees are very important for mountain farming. Especially the Himalayan hive bee Apis cerana is very important for pollination of fruit trees and other crops in mountain areas. Bees also provide honey and other products for sale. Promoting indigenous bees means enhancing farm productivity, conserving biodiversity and helping with income generation, all at the same time.
So here we are basically using this farm for pollination research and testing different beekeeping technologies. Here you see we have different kinds of orchards here. We have conducted various kinds of experiments on the impact of these honeybees on the pollination and thereby increasing the yield and quality of these fruit crops here. And then we are using this site for providing trainings and demonstrating it to various visitors.
Godavari is a beautiful model of mountain agriculture, where ecosystem, agriculture and people they work together, and in this model beekeeping is one of the most important ingredients, and we see how beekeeping activities contributed to the ecosystem, to the improvement of forest and to the improvement of agricultural crops and horticultural crops. So this is very much integrated to mountain farming system. So we hope that this phenomenon will grow and expand all over Hindu Kush Himalayas.
Livestock are an integral component of farming in the mid-hills. Livestock eat crop residues and fodder from forest trees and convert them into fertilizers for the fields, whilst providing milk, meat and eggs and raw material for clothing. At Godavari, we focus on helping farmers understand and take advantage of more productive, improved breeds of goat and introduce them to Angora rabbits for wool production. Activities like the plant nursery, meteorological monitoring, biomass study and soil erosion monitoring support the test and trials and add to our basic knowledge. They provide the accurate information and material needed to interpret our results properly. We keep an ongoing record of flora and fauna, and this shows the substantial gains we have made. Examples of close to 10% of the vascular plants of Nepal have now been identified at our 30-hectare site. And as our new wetlands area develops, this number can only increase. The number of approaches being tested and demonstrated continues to grow. The aim is to cover all the aspects involved in a truly integrated approach to mountain development. The information accumulated at the site is shared with farmers groups, development workers, students and others through training events, study tours and visits. Books, leaflets and other materials are being prepared for distribution to a wider audience. And a large number of seedlings and plants have been provided to farmers and organizations across the region. In the last 10 years, more than 9,000 people from many different countries and organizations have taken part in training events or study tours. Now, ICIMOD has embarked on an ambitious program of community outreach, testing the upscaling of technologies with local villages and helping to develop farmer demonstration sites. The impact of these activities is spreading far beyond the local area. The activities at the Godavari site help to save and extend indigenous knowledge and provide a knowledge bank for farmers and those working with them on best practices and appropriate methods for making the most of their land while conserving their resources.
गोदावरी सेन्टरबाट चाहिँ हामीले धेरै कुराहरू सिकेको छ हाम्रो जीवनलाई पनि धेरै फाइदा भएको छ हाम्रो वन जंगलहरुलाई पनि एकदम फाइदा भएको छ
Today, Godavari is spreading ideas that are used again and again at various levels and in different places. It's helping to build a potential for change and raising awareness of the endless possibilities for people across the greater Himalayan region. Truly, seeing is believing. What better way to spread knowledge than to help people to see and do for themselves.
बोला बोला हृदय खोलेरा के हुन्छ र मसिता बोलेरा सैली खानी कोला बाचेमा भेट होला सैली खानी कोला बाचेमा भेट होला बोला बोला हृदय खोलेरा के हुन्छ र मसिता बोलेरा सैली खानी कोला बाचेमा भेट होला